Christmas Eve. I love that. If you're traveling today, a couple things to be aware of. We do have a few slick spots out there and visibility not the greatest. Here's what it looks like along North Dakota Highway 5 in Cavalier. You can see a little ways down the road, but visibility not ideal. Looking at the latest road conditions, we've got some areas highlighted in yellow here, including Jamestown, Steele, all the way up towards McCleskey, Washburn, Stanton, and then down into southeastern North Dakota, Lemoore, Ellendale, Ashley. We're seeing patchy ice. Meanwhile, in northeastern North Dakota, you see more of those blue colors. That's where we have some frost from freezing fog. And visibility, not great. A mile here in Fargo, quarter-mile visibility in Jamestown, Devil's Lake, Grand Forks, zero visibility being reported right now in Valley City. And we do have a dense fog advisory that's in place for that reduced visibility, Alex. And the fog may deposit ice crystals, that freezing fog, and continue to make things slick. We'll have a look at what Santa dealing with some fog this morning. That's going to stick around, but let's take a look at our Christmas Advent calendar for what we can expect, at least for temperatures today. Now, not all of us warming above freezing, so some of this fog has been and will continue to be freezing fog. And our dense fog advisory remains in effect until 9 o'clock this evening. So that has been extended from noon until 9. So that's going to stick around for all of today for visibility as low as a quarter of a mile. And we talked about this right before the break, that this fog is freezing fog, depositing ice crystals on surfaces, making them slippery. So here's a look at current busy travel day with Christmas Eve being tomorrow. We are generally looking at some quiet but cloudy and foggy conditions all the way throughout the afternoon and evening. So we've got the yellow light, just taking some extra precautions. Tomorrow, a little bit breezier with the potential for some spotty drizzle and once again some fog. And Christmas Day, more fog will be possible. Let's take a look at our forecast for today. These dark gray, kind of black shaded areas, that is low visibility. And you can see that sticking around, especially through eastern North Dakota today, where we have that dense fog advisory. Otherwise, temperatures in the teens and 20s. Heading to bed this evening, that breeze picking up a little bit, but that fog becoming more dense and widespread overnight and into tomorrow. Then for tomorrow morning, this is 7 a.m. on our Christmas Eve. That breeze out of the south, temperatures warming a little bit into some 20s. And right there you see it throughout the late morning, early afternoon, the possibility of some patchy freezing drizzle or perhaps a few flakes. That might make things a little bit slick if you're traveling tomorrow afternoon. So that first alert heads up. By tomorrow afternoon, temperatures approaching 30 degrees in a couple of locations. So we will be above average in terms of temperatures tomorrow. But notice this dark gray shading sticking around. The fog is going to be pretty persistent over the next couple of days with a very stagnant weather pattern. For temperatures tomorrow, we're looking at 27 in Fargo. So warming with that drizzle and fog potential. And then Christmas Day, a little warmer, approaching 31, which means a little bit of melting on the roadways, releasing more moisture into the atmosphere, which then leads to more fog. Here's what we're seeing right now, 20 degrees in Fargo. You can see that visibility is not great, reported at a mile. Grand Forks, 19 degrees, a couple flakes being reported, but also seeing that fog. 9 degrees in Langdon compared to 24 in Alexandria. So quite the temperature spread through the afternoon as well. We'll warm up just a couple more degrees in Fargo, remain foggy throughout the rest of the day. Tomorrow morning, we'll start to warm things up, and by the afternoon, not looking too bad for this time of year. Welcome back, everyone. Tomorrow, hard to believe it, is Christmas Eve. So here's a look at what to expect. Temperatures are warming up into the 20s to near 30 in a couple of locations, but it's very likely going to be foggy like it is today and a bit breezier as well, with the winds picking up out of the south. Then for Christmas Day, 31 degrees, but Santa, if you're listening, you're going to need Rudolph, because Christmas Eve into Christmas morning still likely to be pretty foggy around the Red River Valley. Reindeer can expect for tomorrow, but also what to anticipate the rest of today coming up in just a few minutes.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Summer.